Hello friends, welcome to iExamB. In this video, we'll see some conceptual questions that come in IBPS SO marketing exam. Like every year, last year also we saw some conceptual questions, and this was the part that most of the aspirants found difficult. So here we'll see some similar concept based questions, and we'll also look at the concepts behind them. Before we start friends, I would like to tell you about the exclusive IBPS SO Marketing Officer course that we are offering at iExamB. This is an online course where you'll get video lessons, study notes, practice test, live sessions and interview guidance. For more information, you can visit us at this website or call us on this number. So here the first question says, which of the following can be altered in product mix to increase the sales of a company? Now see, first we have to know what is product mix. Product mix has product line, depth, length, width and consistency. So a product line is a group of closely related similar products. This is one product line, this is second, this is third and this is fourth. Product mix width are the different types of product lines. These are the product mix width. And product mix depth is this. The variety of products that are offered in a product line. That is known as the depth of a product line. And the length of a product mix are the total number of products. This is the length that are offered by the company. So this is product mix. Let's see the question again. The question says, which of the following can be altered in a product mix to increase the sales of a company? So here, see, retail marketing is a part of the place marketing mix. Now we know the 4 P's of marketing mix: product, price, place and promotion. So here everything that falls under anything except product cannot be the answer, right? So retail marketing falls under place, so it cannot be the right answer. Similarly, penetration strategy falls under the price category of marketing mix, right? So this also cannot be the right answer. Now demand forecasting helps us in supply decisions. So this is also not the right answer, and market research also does not belong to product mix. So 1 is also not the correct answer. Here the only option that is correct is diversification, and because diversification means entering into new product lines or new markets. So this is the only option that is related to product mix, and thus a company can only indulge in diversification in order to increase its sales. Right? So correct answer is option number 4, diversification. Now let's see another question. Here it says, which of the following macro factors will affect the electronics manufacturing and assembling industry? Now here we have to look at the macro factors, right? Macro has been mentioned here. So majorly we have micro environment and which is specific to an organization's operation, such as its suppliers and its competitors, and we have macro environment. Now macro environment, wider forces that shape the society, such as natural and political environment, right? Now in the options we have to see that wider forces should be mentioned, and also in electronics industry should be influenced, right? Now if you'll see option 1, change in raw material supplier, this pertains to one single company, right? The raw material supplier of one company, if it changes, it will not affect, it is not a macro factor, right? It will not affect the entire industry. So option number 1 cannot be right. Similarly, receiving funds to carry out marketing plan by a company, it will not affect the entire industry, right? Also, similarly, market leader is one company, right? So option number 4 also cannot go here. Option number 5, development of revenue measurement tools through accounting. This also cannot be the correct answer, because this is not a macro environment. The accounting tools and all, they fall under the micro environment that pertain to a single company, right? So option number 5 is also not right. Here, government policy change on semiconductor imports. Now because it is government policy, it is macro, and because these are semiconductor imports, these will affect the electronics industry, right? So here option number 3 is the correct answer. Now, in smartphones, technology plays a crucial role as emergence of new features every now and then satisfies customers' dash demand. Irregular demand occurs in firecrackers and quilts, like in seasonal products, right? Full demand occurs when demand is equal to supply, and this occurs with some companies whose products are very high in demand, right? And non-existent demand occurs when the marketer thinks that this demand exists, but actually the demand for this product does not exist. Wholesome demand, we know, is for the products which are perceived to be bad by most people. For example, demand for tobacco and alcohol. But latent demand is what? It is the unsatisfied demand, because the user, the buyer, does not know that he needs a product. So as the smartphones evolve and come with new features, users realize that yes, this new feature is important and I want this feature. So before the introduction of this new feature, the buyer didn't know that he has a demand for it, and hence the correct option here is the latent demand. When a marketing manager is expected to look beyond the legal and allowed things and develop high standards of ethics and morality based on personal integrity, it is known as DASH. So firstly, what is customer-oriented marketing? In customer-oriented marketing, the company views and organizes marketing activities from consumers' point of view. So here, standards of ethics and morality are not talked about. So first is not the correct answer. Here, value marketing means that the company's aim should be building value every time, value to the product or to the marketing techniques. So this is also not the correct answer. Now, sense of mission marketing means the company should define its mission in broad social terms, and they should not be the mission should not be defined in narrow terms of product. Right, so sense of mission marketing is not the right answer here. Innovative marketing is that the company should continuously make a product and marketing improvement. So here also it is not mentioned this in the question. Societal marketing, this is what that aims in having high standards of ethics and morality, and it should look beyond what is just legal and allowed by law, right? So societal marketing is the right answer here. A small business owner trying to buy a laptop will exhibit dash buying behavior. Now here see, dissonance reducing comes in products like tiles, carpets, where the company does not matter much and there is very little difference among different brands. But once the person buys the product, he has a sense of feeling that perhaps he should have gone with some other product. So that type of buying behavior comes under dissonance reducing buying behavior, but this does not come in case of laptops. This is not the correct answer. Now, variety seeking comes in biscuits, chips, toppings, where a person switches brands just for variety or change as per mood, right? So variety seeking does not fit here. Habitual comes for products where where you buy salt, where buyer has low involvement and generally sticks to buying brands he's comfortable with or has heard of, rather than going for a lot of research or indulging in knowing a lot of pros and cons. So habitual buying is also not here. Now, business buying is not a kind of buying behavior. This is not an option. Complex buying behavior occurs when there are many aspects and brands to look at and the consumer has to do an extensive research, right? So when we are buying a laptop, we do an extensive research because the product is expensive and we have to know about a lot of features and what fit us best, right? So complex buying behavior is best exhibited when buying a laptop or a smartphone. So option number 2 is the correct answer here. So friends, we saw here how to proceed when we get conceptual questions in a marketing exam. You don't have to be scared of such questions. Just read carefully what has been asked, what's the main feature that we have to look for in our answer, and then select the answer carefully. And yes, for this, your concepts definitely should be absolutely clear. We are here to guide you. If you like this video and want guidance in studying for your upcoming exam, you can contact us at this number. And if you found this video informative, please like and share this video. You can also share your feedback in the comment section.